Hello. The purpose of this quick screencast is to review Module 5 of EDSC 591. So I'm going to scroll down here to Module 5 and take a quick look at it. This is the last of our 3-week modules, and it takes us right up to fall recess. It goes from October 31st, Halloween, happy Halloween, to November 20th. It concentrates on core proposition 3. Teachers are responsible for managing and monitoring student learning. The signature assignment is an analysis of student work. And in this module, we will compare and contrast different styles of classroom discourse. We will define characteristics of student-centered teaching. We will design learning activities with specific adaptations for your focus student. And we will examine student work for evidence of differentiated instruction. You are currently watching Module 5 screencast. And in this first week 11 of this module, we will have one of our Tuesday, Wednesday online discussions at 5 o'clock where we review the analysis of student work. This is a fairly complicated assignment, and so if you can make one of those 2 online discussions, I recommend it. You basically take the student that you did a student case study for, and you design a piece of instruction or make an instructional adaptation for the student you interviewed, and then you collect his work. And in this write-up, you are going to give a description of the instructional context. You are going to describe an instructional activity or the adaptation. You are actually going to scan the student work, and you're going to do an analysis of the student work and a reflection, answering the reflection questions in Component 2. So for all of this assignment, you are actually using Component 2 of the National Board certification process. And you can pick any subject matter, any age level you think is appropriate for what you're doing, and you pick Component 2, and in Component 2 it will go through a fairly detailed description of what has to be submitted and what the reflection is that you should be doing, and you want to pare that down. This is going to be just a pared down piece of Component 2. We will review that in more detail, and I will provide you some examples in the online discussions that we have on November 1st or November 2nd. I give you examples of some of the major components, the pages you'd find, the instructions that you'd be following on for this in the write-up. So we have our online discussions to discuss the analysis of student work in more detail, and then you're asked to, by subject specific groups, watch a subset of about 25 to 30 minutes of an actual taping of an entire class session. And you're asked to go there and watch specific sessions. And then I just want this to be a very quick paragraph quick write. Don't write a book, just one paragraph of just your initial reactions and what you thought about the discourse that went on in the classroom. You will return to these videos and your write-up the following week. In week 12, I provide 2 readings for you, and then I ask you to go back to your original quick write that you did put as an initial discussion in that discussion forum, and then respond to your quick write, answering the questions: has your analysis changed? If so, in what ways? If not, why not? And then this time, although you didn't have to in your quick write make any citings of any of our course readings or the video, this time I want you to cite from these readings or from past readings, and also comment on what you would take away from the discussions if you were the teacher in the video. So you're going to rewatch the video and answer these questions as a response to your initial quick write, and then take a look at a couple of your colleagues' responses to their quick writes and comment on them. The final week, I am trying to respond to some of the feedback I got. Some of you said instead of a discussion forum, you would like an online discussion. So I have given everybody a choice. You're going to read an article from the Atlantic magazine. It's a fairly quick article. And then you want to discuss student-centered learning. In your opinion, what are the strengths and weaknesses of this approach? How does it affect teaching? And please support your ideas with examples from your practice or information from this or other readings. And you have a choice. You can join us on Thursday, November 17th for an online discussion of these points, or you can use the discussion forum and post an initial discussion and then respond to 2 of your colleagues. This is totally up to you. You do one or the other, not both. And there is one more discussion forum that takes a look at looking at student work for teacher learning, teacher community, and school reform. This is going to be useful in your analysis of student work write-up. So this will be a discussion forum with traditional discussion forum, answering the questions provided. The analysis of student work assignment is due at the end of this module on Sunday, November 20th. And this is going to be peer reviewed, so just like we did at the very beginning with the teaching philosophy statement, you will turn it on the 20th. On the 21st, which is Monday, you will be assigned to one of your colleagues to take a look at it and peer review it. But because this is the beginning of fall recess, which is Thanksgiving week from November 21st through the 27th, this review of student work will not be due until December 4th. Because your reviews aren't due until December 4th, and I can't begin to review any of these till after that. You should not expect a reply, a score, taking a look at this work until at least a week, the second week in December, and maybe a little longer. So unfortunately, because I can't begin that work until those things have been turned in, my response to you can't be as quick as I would desire it. Fall recess, and then we will only have 2 weeks left of this course. As always, if you have any questions, email me, set up an appointment to talk with me, and enjoy the rest of your weekend, or whenever you're watching this, the rest of your week. And I'll see you online.